Hi, my name is Jordan Harrold-Mansk, and this is my technology-oriented learning activity audio recording. My lesson was delivered to 16 second grade students. It was a science lesson on engineering and bridges to solve global problems. Students did several activities after learning about bridges, forces, and the engineering design process, and completed online activities in VoiceThread where they completed discussion boards, had to answer questions through typing and voice recording, and post videos and demonstrations of their bridges. Students completed a 10-question pre and post assessment online through Google Forms. The pre and post assessment were virtually the same, so their scores could be compared at the end. Answer choices were switched around so that they could not be memorized. So this is the pre-assessment, and this is the post-assessment. And you can see that they're pretty much the same. The answer choices have just been switched around. So for the purpose of the video, I will just focus on the pre-assessment. The questions included 5 multiple choice and 5 short answer about forces, bridges, bridge types and parts, the engineering design process steps, and how designing bridges helped solve the global problem that the students were solving. Looking at the results of the assessment, I can see here on the pre-assessment that 5 students got a 0, 4 got a 1, 5 got a 2, and 2 got a 3. These numbers are not surprising for a pre-assessment when the students did not know all of the academic language used in this lesson. The post-assessment data over here shows that all students' scores improved. The lowest was a 5, and it had improved from a 0. 2 students got a 7, 3 students got an 8, 6 got a 9, and 4 got a perfect 10. If we look at the academic improvement chart over here, we can see that there is a jump from the formative to the summative, and there is a 5.85 improvement, which is great from pre to post. And that's what we want after teaching the lesson. Here I have graphs, and I've added 2 more of my own on this side over here. Up here in the top left, it shows pre versus post percent in decimal score for each student, and you can see that each student improved. If there is no blue line, it means that they got a 0 on the pre-assessment, so for these here. Jumping down to the bottom right, I added a similar graph that shows the same thing, but includes the improvement score for each student, and that is the gray line here. So you can see here there was no blue line, and then you've got the post-assessment percent score, and then the improvement score. The bottom left graph shows the total number of points out of 10 for the pre and post assessment for each student in a run chart to look at patterns. And up in the top right is a graph of the academic improvement chart. You can see the change in the pre and post number. So this is the pre and this is the post, and then the improvement score. The students did well with taking the assessment online. I don't believe it hindered any scores. They were excited that they got to use their Chromebook, and typing is a skill that they have been working on. The data tells me that all students learned as all the scores improved. There are some scores that went from around a 3 to an 8, and I would have liked to see a 3 jump to a 10. So I know to look at that student's work closely to see what they are still missing. Overall, the data tells me that the lesson was successful with an overall improvement from pre to post. Looking at scores from question to question will help me determine exactly what curricular aims and concepts the class as a whole missed, and I can make adjustments to the lesson and following lessons to address that need. Looking at the students who got 7 and 8s, I can focus on the problems they got wrong and know that those are areas of the lesson I need to improve instruction in, and possibly look at the assessment questions to see if the wording was confusing. Thanks for watching my technology-oriented learning activity audio recording.